On today's episode of Atomic TV, we have ASB Minute, cheer interview, and news flash.
All that and more coming up next.
Hi Bombers, I'm Christy.
And I'm Marge, and welcome back to Atomic TV.
Tomorrow, basketball will be playing at home against Kamiakin.
Here's Ukiah with varsity player Jack to see how the team is preparing for the game.
Hey Bombers, I'm here basketball player Jack Forbes. So Jack, big game tomorrow night against Kamiakin. How do you feel the environment's going to compare to other games?
You know, it's highly anticipated. A lot of people are going to show up, but you just got to go out, treat it like a regular game.
And as a player yourself, how are you going to deal with the pressure?
You know, like I said, it's highly anticipated. There's going to be a lot of pressure from the fans, but treat it like a regular game, go out, do my job, and I know that my team has to do their job.
And then when and where is your next game?
It'll be at home tomorrow against Kamiakin at 7:30.
Thank you. Be there tomorrow.
Thanks, Ukiah and Jack.
Don't forget, Bombers, to go all out in your green and gold and make sure to get here early if you want a seat.
Cheer is headed to state this weekend. Let's catch up with Audrey and Joss to hear about it.
Hey Bombers, I'm here with Joss. She's the captain of our cheer team. So Joss, how have practices been different for you guys with just a few days until state?
So in total we have like 5 more practices till state, which is pretty crazy. So we've been stunting more and doing more full outs, which just gets us ready to perform on the blue mat.
Nice. And with it being your first year to state, how have you guys been preparing to face the more experienced teams?
Yeah, so last year it was more like basketball and like football practices, but now we don't really practice that at all. We just do our routine over and over again for 2 to 3 hours, 5 to 6 days a week.
Awesome. And when and where can we watch you guys compete?
We're performing at Battle Ground High School at 10:55 a.m.
Awesome. This Saturday. Let's head back to the studio.
Now let's go to Mrs. Stadelman to learn more about the upcoming Career Center events.
Hey Bombers, Mason here with Miss Stadelman talking about the Career Center. So what's happening?
So we have CTE Worksite Learning informational sessions coming up, and these sessions are for students who are interested in applying for worksite learning jobs next year, so the 2023-2024 academic year.
And how can people learn more about it?
So we have 3 different informational sessions coming up. So we have one next week on Tuesday, February 7th. They'll be after school from 2:40 to 3:10. We have one next Friday, February 10th from 1:40 to 2:10. And then our final one will be on Wednesday, February 15th after school again from 2:40 to 3:10. And these sessions are for students who want to learn more about earning school credit while you work.
Awesome. Make sure to be there. Now back to the studio.
Karin is the student representative for the school board meetings and has some important information to share with everyone. Let's go hear what it's all about.
Good morning, this is Karin, one of your student representatives on the Richland School District Board. Are you a sophomore and interested in the student representative position? Well, applications for the new junior student representative for next year have opened and will stay open until February 16th. You can find applications on the Richland School District website. All applications require 2 recommendation letters, one of them being from an RSD staff member or administrator. If you have any questions regarding the application or the student rep position, you can email me at karin.werchow@students.rsd.edu or Leaf Carmen, the senior representative, at leaf.carmen@students.rsd.edu. There will also be a survey sent out to all juniors and seniors about their knowledge of financial literacy and what they learned throughout middle school and high school about that. There will be a survey similar to that sent out to all RSD parents as well. That's all for today. Now back to the studio.
As we all know, there's always new stuff happening each day in our world. Here's Chris and Charlie with today's news flash.
What's up, Bombers? I'm Charlie.
And I'm Chris.
And this is your news flash. Starting off with some unfortunate news, a 29-year-old woman arrested in connection with a recent drive-by shooting in Richland that left 1 dead and 3 wounded.
College Board strips Florida's AP curriculum for African American Studies after criticism from Ron DeSantis for continuing critical race theory and contemporary topics, which are viewed as controversial to some.
The opioid crisis in America continues to grow after a new synthetic drug called nitazene has hit the streets. Nicknamed the Frankenstein opioid, it is said to be 40 times more powerful than the highly lethal fentanyl.
A dolphin lost in Florida's canal resulted in 30 biologists forming a human chain to save the stranded mammal. It has since been relocated safely.
And that's it for your news flash.
Now
Back to the studio.
Let's check out ASB Minute with Lexi and Lucrezia to learn more about Tolo, the upcoming school play, and Valentine's Spirit at RHS.
Hey Bombers, I'm Lexi.
And I'm Lucrezia, and welcome back to your ASB Minute.
Our school play, A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, will be starting their performances this weekend.
Shows will be at 7 p.m. on the 3rd, 4th, 9th, and 10th, and on February 4th and 10th, they'll be at 2 p.m.
Students and seniors are $10 or $8 if you have ASB, and adults will be $12.
For more information on that, there's posters around the school.
Also, don't forget, Tolo is on March 2nd, and the theme is A Night in Vegas.
Bombers, Valentine's Day is coming up at RHS, and we will be selling Valograms at both lunches in the cafeteria until February 14th. It is $5 for a song and $7 for a song and a cake or a paper flower.
That's all for today, Bombers.
Now back to the studio.
As we all know, Mr. Edwards is now the principal at our school. Here's Nina with an interview on some information Mr. Edwards would like to share.
Hi Bombers, it's Nina here with Mr. Edwards for a new segment called Eddie's Epiphany. So Mr. Edwards, you are the athletic director here for Richland High. Now you're the principal. What is that like?
Well, it's a whole new vocabulary of what I'm learning, and it's a whole new, I get to deal with a bunch of different students that I normally don't get to. So that's the two biggest differences I see.
Yeah, that's fair. What are your hopes for this year, for the rest of this year?
A really smooth end of the year, that we continue to grow in the 6 months that are left, and that just everybody just finishes strong. I just believe in finishing strong.
So what's your favorite part about being the principal here?
Learning the new things that come with being a principal, and working with a different group of people on a regular basis. So that's exciting.
What are your advice for the sophomore this year?
I would say as sophomores, you still have a chance to fix your study skills, and the habits that you need if you're going to go on to college or whatever career you're going to choose is to make good choices, and not realize that it's too young. But then also start the early part planning of what you wanted out of college. It's not ever too early to think about that. So sophomore is that year in between where you can still get everything going in the right direction.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Now back to the studio.
Jersey Mike's is having a fundraiser until February 4th to help raise money for the 2023 RSD Special Needs Field Day.
Don't forget to mention RSD Field Day when you order from Jersey Mike's. A portion of your meal will be donated.
Track is starting soon, and if you would like more information, you can contact Mr. Allen or go see him in room 1239.
And Bomber Book Club will be meeting after school on Wednesday, February 8th. The meeting is in the library, and there will be treats and sharings of your favorite titles.
Have a great week, Bombers. Now please stand for the pledge.